My name is Abbas Zahedi. I'm an artist. I work with sound, installation and performance art. I grew up in West London, very close to Shepherd's Bush, and that's where I am now. I've always been very curious, walking around, looking at things, been kind of observing stuff. Growing up, I didn't have much access to art or kind of a kind of artistic education. I kind of just fell into it, and still I wouldn't consider myself as someone who's very good at painting or drawing. You know, I'm just really eager to learn and try different things. One of my first types of art that I started making was photography. How many of you do photography? Yeah. Okay, so a lot of you. What I'd like you guys to do is to find something or somewhere in the garden that makes you have a particular kind of a feeling. It just makes you happy, or it might make you sad, or it might make you surprised. We'll make a picture of it, we'll print it out, and then we'll talk about those pictures afterwards. Is that cool? Yeah? Making art is not necessarily about materials or technical skill. It's really about just having the sense that you can witness and observe things in the world that move you. I think it's really important to learn how to translate feelings into works of art, even if they're ephemeral and they're kind of like fleeting moments. Working in this way gives you a sense of how your feelings are connected to the spaces and sounds and things that we see and perceive. All right, so I want to go around and we all talk about how these pictures made us feel, what we took a photo of. Yeah. Do you want to tell me about your picture?
I took a picture of berries. I feel happy because there were flowers around the berries.
There weren't many other flowers around, were there?
Yeah.
They were the only ones.
I took a picture of a golf ball and it made me feel confused, like why it was there.
Okay, so the golf ball, it creates a sense of mystery.
Yeah.
Does anyone here connect with someone else's image?
Well, I like those berries. They just make me really happy.
So you get the feeling that you had, happiness.
Yeah.
You get that from the image as well. It's always amazing when you create something that comes from an emotional place in yourself and you capture it, and then someone else feels the same emotion. I think that gives a great sense of validation, but also now a sense of connection as well. So questions?
When did you make your first art?
That was maybe 10, 12 years ago. I used to sit around with my friends in a fish and chip shop and talk about art and philosophy, and that kind of became an artwork, a sort of performance, a social project, so kind of like conversational art.
What inspired you to be an artist?
Actually, I didn't know I was an artist. Someone else who was already an artist, they told me what I was doing was art. If I was to speak to my younger self again, I would try to find a way to comfort them, learn to trust kind of my own instincts, my own ideas. Having that sense of like faith in myself, that's something I wish I could give my younger self.
What's your favourite type of art?
My favourite type of art? I think I don't really have a favourite. I think I like to always learn new things. And I like art that makes me feel something, so that a lot of things can do that. Maybe being an artist, it's almost like being a space explorer inside your own emotional universe. We're trying to find different parts of ourselves that we want to share with people, and in sharing them we actually feel kind of a sense of community and support around that process. Can you hold on to this? Put your hand on it, I'll hold it down. Okay. I'm going to switch this on and you're going to tell me what's happening. And what happens if you knock? Okay, now stop. Does it feel like it's talking?
Yeah. An alien speaking.
It's like an alien speaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A message from outer space.
What does this sound like?
Kind of me. Like that. It's not too loud.
Yeah, it's like kind of like twinkly. Does it sound happy or sad?
Confused.
Confusing. How would you describe a confusing sound? Like, how could you draw it? So as the sound changes, I want you to change your drawings, okay? So how does that feel?
Well, you know when someone's in hospital and their heart rate bar is going like that? Feels... I don't know how to...
Hospitals, how does that make you feel?
nervous.
It made me feel quite wrinkly.
Wrinkly.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think art is really helpful because it allows you to take what you're feeling and put it outside of yourself, and then just having a kind of group of people look at it with you and help you to figure out what's going on. I find that really supportive. Art becomes much more about self-acceptance and navigation of your inner world. I don't think you need any particular kind of materials or special knowledge or skills to make art. I think just start with whatever feels good and whatever feels interesting to you. And really, it's again kind of starting from this place of feelings and kind of being in tune with the world around you and kind of aware of that. How can you understand a familiar space in a new way? Learn to map your space using sound, feeling, touch, and movement.